Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we're here with our new game. Are you excited? It's Cupid Parasite! I'm kind of excited. The game just came out today when I'm recording it. So for you, it's going to be a couple weeks because we have to finish up another game, and then it'll be out. But I was like, perfect timing. I finished around our other game, so we get to play this one. You know how it works here. Anyway, woohoo! If you're new here, we do cringy voice acting, so please don't leave douchey comments about, oh my god, voice acting, whatever, because that's what we do here. That's what people come here for. My goddamn terrible voice acting. Fuck, I didn't pick up voices for these dudes. This is gonna be hard. Anyway, so, couple of things beforehand. I've looked up, obviously we're gonna be using a guide to do this because there's a recommended route order. Unfortunately, we usually use Otome Kitten's guides to do this. Her recommended route order is starting with Ryuki first, but Idea Factory International put out a little thing that there's some fucked up text issues in 2 of the routes, and Ryuki's route is one of them, and they're not gonna have it fixed for like a month. So at least they were kind of transparent. I'm like, we'll get it out in like a month. So because we're starting this the day it comes out, I don't know how long the common route is until we get into a route, but I don't think it's going to take me a month to record the common route and a route, so I do go back and forth between playing this game and the other game that's going up at the same time, so we'll do the common route and a route, and then I'll go to the other game, record a route. That'll give us time, but we won't be able to use Otome Kitten's recommended route order. I've seen other routes that it's like, well, either I think it's Shelby or Ryuki first, either one of those, so we'll probably go with doing Shelby first, just this way I can start recording now, and we don't have to, hopefully, come across any of the weird text glitchy issues. I don't know if it was missing text, or if it was like, unfortunately, Bustafellows is my best example, but we couldn't record that, so you didn't see that. But there were points where the text ran off the text box and you couldn't finish reading the sentence because it's off the screen, and even if you went into like the backlog to read, it still did it. So it's like, you're like, okay, I don't really know. I mean, I kind of get the gist of the sentence, but you're missing things. So I don't know if it's just that, but instead of going down a route that we know is a little janky, and there are some issues because Tim, the terrible typist, temp employee, fucked this one up a little bit. If you're new here, Tim is just the name I give to the person who makes all the typos and errors. He's not a real person, but we just blame him for everything and anywhere. It's always Tim. It's Tim's fault. But anyway, so yeah, so instead of going through that and seeing that, we'll just give them the chance to fix it. And so we'll do Shelby's route first. I like doing the recommended order, but I've seen other guides where it's like, you can do either one of them first. So it's like, all right, either one. But look, Otome Kitten has never steered us wrong using the guides and doing the recommended order. It's always seemed to work fine. So it is weird where I'm like, well, but like, she says this route first, but I'm gonna, you know. But I've basically seen Shelby and Ryuki, either one of them first or second, Gil third, and then you do Raul, who is another one that has issues with his route. They just didn't like the R names, I guess. But it'll be a while before we get to him. It'll be next freaking year by the time we get to him, so it'll be fine. It'll be long since fixed, and then you do Alan at the end, and then the quote-unquote secret character, kind of already know who that is. It's unfortunately not the secret character I wanted it to be. There is a character in here, I'm like, he better be our secret character. He's not our secret character. When he shows up, I'll be like, this bitch. I don't know, I just love him. Anyway, so I'm going to read you the blurb from the website. Well, this is on Otome Kitten's guide, but she got it from the Cupid Parasite official English website. So anyway, in the heart of Lost York, a glitzy, trend-setting metropolis that sits on the cutting edge of culture and couture, one daring marriage agency stands apart from the rest in success rate and in style. The Cupid Corporation. Sorry, you just keep looking. I love the artwork on this, but it also hurts my brain a little when I was trying to go through the menus. I was like, there is so much going on. I love it, but it's a little confusing at first. Not gonna lie. Anyway, So he just stare at us. As Cupid Court's top bridal advisor, our heroine, Spacey, because we name them all Spacey, consults the city's most in vogue singles to make their wildest romantic dreams come true. But she has one secret which she can never share. Her true identity is Cupid, a descendant from Celestia sent here on a heavenly mission. Oh, I guess it's internal scene. It's supposed to be 5 a.m. Cupid Court's president's personal office. Get these 5 people married. Do that and the promotion is yours. You're the Cupid of Cupid Corps, are you not? Our top bridal advisor. I trust this is within your ability. I don't know, there was just a quote there that I guess we're supposed to read with a voice, so there we go. Only this time our heroine has been tasked with her biggest challenge yet, handling the matchmaking and thus the fates of the infamous Parasite 5. Get it? Cupid, Parasite, get it? You got the... Okay, you figured it out now? After a series of unimpressive interviews and workshops, they concoct the perfect plan. Parasite House, a shared home created for reality TV centered around the lives of the Parasite 5 and their romantic exploits. I kind of actually love the premise, because you're like, no, this legit sounds like reality TV, and it sounds like a show that we'd probably watch and be like, I hate myself for watching this, but I don't have cable, so I don't watch any, but, you know, I probably would watch this. They're 5 hot guys, right? And we're going to date them. That's why we play these games, basically. Anyway, leading these hopeless men to marital bliss proves to be a Herculean task, even for great Cupid herself. Can she live up to her name and keep her identity secret at the same time? Probably not. Find out in the most divinely unpredictable romantic comedy of the millennium. That's such a fucking TV show tagline. I love it. And just for funsies... so I'm tagging it right now. Gil is the nerdy glasses character. Unfortunately, not my favorite type of the glasses characters, but still, okay. But he's voiced by Ryohei Kimura, so I'm just calling it right now. He's shady as fuck! Because Ryohei Kimura cannot play a fucking character that's not fucking shady. I don't know. 3 out of 4 times. This will be the 4th time we've seen him, because he's Shiraishi in Color X Malice. Spoiler if you haven't played that. He's Nicola in Pio Fiore. Okay. And there's a couple of other games here that we haven't played, but also, well, actually, he's Arthur in Icky Vamp. I haven't finished that one, because, the gacha thing gets me. But he is also fucking Aki in Ayakashi Romance Reborn, one of my favorite fucking characters, but he's shady as fuck in that, too. So I'm just saying, that's 3 for 3, and this is 4... I don't trust the man. I love him, but I don't trust the man. He does some of my favorite characters, but, anyway. Shelby was Limbo in Bustafellas. And that's basically, I know Ken has been in other things, but I cannot think of what it is, but that's the only, I can't even say that's the only Otome we've played on this channel, because we recorded a bunch before we got bitch slapped in the face and realized that we didn't read the thing in the beginning that said, don't do that. Well, whoops, that was my own fault. My own fault. Raul is actually no one that we've played. No games that we've played. Ryuki was Tachibana in Color X Malice, but I cannot for the life of me think of that character in my head. But Junya Inoki, I've heard his name before, but anyway, he was Dill in Catboy Paradise, which we did play, so you should go check that out, because that was a grand old fucking time. Alan was Lucas in Psychedelic of the Ashen Hawk and Adage in Steam Prison. No other ones here that we've played. Owen. Owen is the one that I wanted to be our secret character, but he's not our secret character, and I'm disappointed. I couldn't remember his name. I love him. Shut up. This is the one time I'm like, the fucking background character. Fuck you. Why can't I date him? Anyway. He was in Bad Apple Wars. I don't know who Yo is in Bad Apple Wars. Was that one of the side characters that I can't remember? Because my brain is like, don't know. But anyway. And then Peter. Secret character. Shh. Anyway. Thank you. Notification, please, to be going away. Thank you. Was Yang in Pio Fiore. Hansel in Code Realize. Soda in Color X Malice, so he was a side character. He was Hiroya in Period Cube. And he's actually in our Irish School of Wizardry, which we haven't played yet because so many new games have been coming out that, I haven't gotten to that one. That was one of the first ones that was ever available on Switch. And I bought all of the 4 that were available that I didn't already have on Steam, and we've never played it because we have so much shit that's new and coming out. So anyway, those are our characters, and yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be hard. I'm just bear with me while we get the voices down. So, the choices you make. Okay, so let me go in. We are going to do, again, so like Otome Kitten recommends Ryuki, then Shelby, then Gil, then Rule, then Ellen, then Peter, who's the secret character. Spoiler! Look, it's not that much of a spoiler, cause like, you could kind of see, and even if you got the limited edition of this, which I did not, I just downloaded it, but, like, there's like I'm gonna guess he's the secret keychain. It's like, oh, we don't show you the picture, and it's like, it's kind of obvious, though. It's kind of obvious if you've seen any of the art anywhere. You're like, well, I mean, you're not hiding it, game. So I'm sorry if you wanted to be shocked. Whatever. But we're going to do, like I said, Shelby, then Ryuki. So we're going to open up this guide because apparently this is one where you have nice information. Oh, interesting. If this is your first route, some choices in gray fonts will not appear. You don't have to do the common route endings again. Okay, but you have to, I guess, in the common route, you do make choices in the common route that leads you down the route. So that's what I was trying to say, but I was like, whatever. Because some of them, you just go down the common route and then you pick a love interest and then you do it. That's not this. If this was one of those games, it'd be like, better. Because then we could just be like, oh, we'll just do the common route. And then when we get to the choice, hopefully they'll have patched. Or I'll pause recording and then I'll let them patch, you know. As long as I have some things to go up. But that's not how it's going to work. So, of course. Anyway, confirm. Yes, we are Spacey. We're going to leave Mirror as our last name. Because we at least leave that. And hopefully this sound works if there's sound. I tried to turn all the voice off. Most people are familiar with the idea of Cupid. Oh, good, it lets you click. I hate it when it just auto does. Anyway, Cupid is the god in charge of helping people fall in love. Taking a golden bow and arrow, aiming down from the land of the gods to connect people together. But why has Cupid come down to join the world of humankind? Automate presents. Like how they do that. That's actually kind of funny. What's happened to Cupid? Do you want to know? That's what it says on the left-hand side. In cooperation with the Cupid Corporation. I feel like I should have been reading this like, Cupid Parasite. Let's get started! I feel like I should have been reading it like a fucking movie announcer, dude. But like, I actually really love the bright fucking colors in this. October 1st. It's not, but that would have been amazing. 11 a.m. Workshop Suite Cupid Corporation. I want to work here, but I also feel like I would be like what's the overstimulated? That's the word I'm looking for, like overstimulated. I settled my nerves and opened up the door when I was immediately greeted with a blast of mist. Okay, here's the weird thing. This text, like it gave you the options to make the text box around the actual text, you know, like I guess it's only during conversation and not this. Because you're like, you know, the white on the word sometimes, especially with the, it's okay, but it's not the awesomest. The heck was that? My thing zapped when I got sprayed in the face. I thought you could use a little moisturizing. Everyone should keep a bottle of hydrating mist on them at all times. Hydrating mist? What on earth are you talking about? Okay, now we're having a conversation, but there's no, okay, I don't like that, because since we don't have the voice acting on, we don't know what the hell's happening. Someone's misting us. Okay. This place is cool. Oh, okay, so this is Gil. So this is Ryo Hikamura. But he seems more like, I think he's supposed to be the, like, you're like the childhood friend, the one who's loved you forever type of character. So shady. He's gonna try to stab everyone to keep us. I'm just calling it out. Anyway, he looks more like he'd have the quiet, sweet kind of voice, right? Because he looks like that kind of character. What are you doing here? Ooh, my controller is buzzing. Well, that's cool. Anyway, that's not Alan. Hey, you're Alan Melville, right? You stole my girlfriend. Oh, that's Alan. I don't know what voice Alan should have. He kind of, to me, I gotta look at a little character for a second. Well, Shelby definitely has the fucking, I know that voice for him. Okay. looks like the character that would have like the Lupin voice. We don't have a lot of voices. Someone's gotta have the Irish accent. Everybody loves the Irish accent. There's gonna be somebody that comes onto this channel one day is like, what the fuck is with this horrible accent? You know what? Stop. Everybody loves it. Because it's terrible and it's just a train wreck and that's why we love it. I don't really see him having that accent, though, do you? I don't really see him having that accent either. I'm just gonna read it normal for now. I'm not really sure how I'm feeling him, so we'll get there. Don't worry. I hate that word, stole. It was more like sharing, and it was completely consensual. Trust me. Stealing? Borrowing? That tree kind of reminds me of Yggdrasil. Not the one from Norse mythology, of course. Well, I can't read. Norse mythology. Why could I not say that normally in a sentence? Whatever. Of course, more like... He just says nothing. Spacey, you may begin whenever you're ready. Of course. So everyone, thank you all for fitting us into your busy schedules to meet with us today. I'm assuming that's us. See, that's Owen in the back with the vest and the tie. I love him. Why isn't he a freaking love interest? I love him so much. He's my favorite. Damn it. Game, stop. I don't know why. It's the, you know what it is? It's the fucking bitchy cat eyes. He's got like bitch face and I love it. Anyway. I'm Miss Mirror, and as of today, I'm your personal bridal advisor. I don't know. Oh, God. Owen should have the Irish accent! All right, Owen's got the Irish accent. And my name's Owen Harriet, and I'll be acting as representative. Is it supposed to be Harriet? Are we not supposed to pronounce the T? Or are we supposed to pronounce the T? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so. Representative? But you're already Mr. Snail's secretary, aren't you? Who's the purple-haired chick? I am indeed. But today I'll also be fulfilling the role of representative. A representative for dating? Okay, that's supposed to be Shelby, I'm assuming. I forgot. Because the colors, I think he's the blue one. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? Right, well, I'm so glad we've got such a beautiful day to start everyone off on this new path, and, my controller keeps vibrating when that buzzing happens. That's so funny. Anyway. Oh, wait. Which one's the... Oh, that's... Gil, right? Not Gil. That's Alan, right? Alan's the purple one. Okay. Until we get their names, I don't remember what their numbers are. Yes, he's case 5. Okay. Somebody's gotta have the... Well, let's try him with the Lupin voice for a little while and see what happens. Hey, you're doing great, sweetie. Just keep going. I mean, that actually works, because Lupin is like the flirty playboy, right? That's usually the voice that goes, and he's the one that's thieving other people's wives and girlfriends and shit. So, anyway. So, prior to officially entering you into our referral system, we'd like to create... It's gonna drive me bonkers. We need to give you a sort of nickname. Which one is this? Oh, is that supposed to be Gil? Okay, we need to get the name, so I'm just gonna read it normal. So like, anyway, that's right. It doesn't really matter what it is. We just need to have one. Well, Clarice, it does matter a little bit. Is it supposed to be Clarice? Or is it... We'll call her Clarice. That sounds fancier. We want to get them off to a good start so we don't hurt their chances of success. Although it says Parasite. But I'm assuming that was supposed to be our girl? Over here. I don't know who it is. Anyway, if you keep stuttering and stalling, it'll be dark before we finish. If you're not willing to say it, I will. Because he should be red. Okay. Okay, it is her. Internally, we've been referring to you as the Parasite 5. The fact is, if you all don't fix your distorted views on love, then you're all hopeless. I clicked, but it didn't actually click. Okay. Clarice, or Clarice? Is it Clarice? I want to say, you know what? I want to say Clarice, so it's fancier, but I'm going to say Clarice. So, because, like, I can't read it right, so I'll figure it out. Don't worry. Shh! That's way too direct. Everyone knows about Cupid. Oh, this is the theme song. No, you can't. I'm sorry. We can't play that because that'll get freaking slapped in the face. I don't even... Fate's Call. A promotion? Like, that title card went by fast. Cupid is the god in charge of helping people fall in love. And in Lost York, one company has taken up the mantle of that namesake. I hope we don't get dinged for the lyrics in the background of the background music. Because, like, the music should be very low, but also I didn't change the volume between our other game and this one, so I don't really know. Anyway, the Cupid Corporation. This thing is like, oh my god, I'm sorry, but if the world was so just fucking vibrant, over the top colored like this, I feel like everything would be so much more fun. But we'd all be like, hi, oh my god, overstimulated, too much color. I love it. It's a marriage consultation company at the forefront of Lost York's hottest trends. And that's where I work. I guess you might call me a modern day Cupid. September 25th, 4 p.m. My desk. We're going back now. Beep, beep, beep. Backing up, I guess. In time. All right, that's the third successful marriage I've put together this month. Whenever I get an email telling me about another marital success, I always strike a little mental victory pose. My work involves bringing people together to help them fall in love. Well, more specifically, to help them get married. My biggest job duty is as a bridal advisor. Normally, people think of bridal advisors as people who help a wedding go smoothly, but at Cupid Corp, we act as marriage matchmakers. The Cupid Corporation, or Cupid Corp for short, has a company slogan, from your first encounter to your final vows. The company handles the matchmaking process as well as the wedding ceremony itself. Everyone here who deals with marriage has my title, bridal advisor. Also, I think it's interesting in this game, so I'm curious as to the CGs, because you could turn her sprite on or off in the menu. In a lot of games, you can't do that. Some you can and some you can't. It's not like it's totally unheard of. But, so I'm curious if you, because like now I'm trying to think of other games that have done that. Like, did the CGs not have the main character in it? Because if you turn her sprite off, what's the difference? You know what I mean? Like, I usually like the sprites. And I like her. I think she's cute. I actually really like the artwork in this so far because every game is stylized to an extent. You know, some of them you can tell, like, same artist did A and B here. I can't tell, but, like, there's something about, like, just the background, so everything's bright and vibrant, and there's an 80s feel to it. Like, a very retro, like, late 80s, early 90s, like, bright colors, bold shapes, everything in your face, and, like, even she kind of fits, like, I don't know. It's nostalgiaing me in the face, is what it is, okay? And I kind of dig it, so. Anyway. In the end, the choice to tie the knot is in the hands of the humans themselves. I won't let Dad tell me what to do. I joined Cupid Corp a little over a year ago, and I've been working hard at my job every single day since then. I cannot wait. If Cupid is our dad, I'd need to see him. And because of that, my results last year were at the very top of the matchmaking charts. I ranked first among all advisors this whole year. Which means now all my business cards say top bridal advisor. It would suck when you go to being second. The similarities in art, there's something about the way her face just looked right there that I wonder if it's the same artist that did why can't I think of it? Cafe Enchanté. It gives me very similar vibes, something the way her eyes are drawn. I actually wonder, hold on a second, I need to look. I'm sure you can, like, because it goes art. Yep, Cafe Enchanté. Yep. There was just something about her freaking eyes right there that actually just reminded me of, not the main character in that, but, what the fuck was his name? Mikado. I don't know why Mikado was the vibe I got with that look on her face. Like, if you watched the playthrough of Cafe Enchanté or you played it, like, I don't know why. It's just, his face popped into my head and I was like, wait a minute. So, yeah, same artist. Okay, there we go. Anyway, but see, it's like that. Like, I didn't get that right off the bat, like, looking at them and then just knowing automatically. Like, there are some games that you're like, yes, There's another game coming out later this year or next year that it's the same artist who did Bad Apple Wars, and you're like, because they look the same. That art looks similar, where you're like, yeah, I can see that. I didn't get this one right off the bat, but there was something about her face that just, like the look on her, I don't know what it is. Anyway, but I'm not done yet. That won't be enough to convince Dad, so I need to get promoted even higher. Huh, an email? I wonder who it's from. From President Snail. Be in my office tomorrow at 5 a.m. We need to talk. Shelby is the president of the company and our love interest. I don't know if I knew that. What? The president? Oh, what is the voice we just... Is everything all right? I don't remember the voice I just gave her like 5 minutes ago. I said that out loud without even realizing it. Clarice. I'm going to try to say Clarice. Because Clarice... Well, Clarice is actually kind of interesting too. Whatever, it doesn't matter. My roommate, best friend, and closest colleague spoke up. You look like you've seen a ghost. What happened? I'll get there. Huh? No, it's nothing. I waved my hand as if I could brush away the concern, but I love her. Mr. Snail's never asked to see me like this before. And at 5 a.m.? Does that mean he doesn't want anyone else to know about it? What on earth could this be about? 5 a.m.? Who the fuck? Who the fuck? I tried to think of anything that might have happened recently to put me on his radar, but nothing came to mind. Well, except for... I do have one pretty massive secret that I can never share with anyone. Not that they'd ever believe me if I did. But how could anyone possibly find out about that? This is so confusing. I've only spoken to the president twice. Once during my entrance ceremony, once during last year's award ceremony. Maybe he just wrote AM by mistake. If so, and he actually wants to see me during business hours, it's probably not about that. Maybe I should confirm the time just to be safe. Understood regarding the meeting tomorrow. Did you write 5 a.m. by mistake, or should I be here at 5 in the morning? I know how busy you must be, so I do apologize. But if possible, could you please confirm the time? Spacey Mirror. But maybe he really did mean 5 a.m. Writing an email to the president is so nerve-wracking. Oh well. Send. I guess I'll touch up some of these profiles while I'm waiting for a response. It was not a mistake. I'll see you then. The response came immediately. It wasn't a mistake. Jeez, this is starting to sound really ominous. Spacey, you okay? At 5 in the morning, and in his office, no less. I just really hope it's not about my secret. You walk in, is this about my secret? And he's like, what secret? Nothing! And so, early the next morning, we need to keep it secret that we all need to find wives, including me. What? I want to be like, but you're like hot and the president of a company. Well, but... really yawn. Spacey can't fake yawn without really yawning. It's a problem. I got up early and got ready for work, making sure not to wake up Clarice in the process. Clarice? It's gonna be Clarice. We're just gonna call her that from now on, because that's when her name that just automatically comes out of my mouth. I can't help it. Halfway through the game, we'll switch because that's what happens. So I spent all night thinking about what the meeting might be about. I hardly got any sleep at all. I woke up late, so I didn't have time to put on my makeup properly. I'll just have to touch it up before the office opens. I couldn't stop thinking about it all day yesterday, but I still have no idea what he might want to talk to me about. I hope he's not planning to fire me out of nowhere or something. I'm so nervous. Well, that's the worst part. That's relatable. You're like, am I gonna get fired? And they're like, you're doing a great job, sweetie. But am I getting fired? Why would we be firing you? I don't know. She's like, I'm the top bridal advisor. Am I getting fired? I moved through the still slumbering city and soon arrived at the building's main doors. Why does it seem like this seems darker than the other ones? Of course, reception wasn't open yet, so I went around back to the employee entrance. It almost felt like I was sneaking in. And now I'm headed to the top floor to meet with Mr. Snail. I love the fact that his name is Shelby Snail. That's probably why you have a hard time finding dates, because somebody's like, yes, I want to be Mrs. Snail. Can I not? Oh, there you are. When I enter the office, Shelby Snail, president of the Cupid Corporation, is waiting for me. And it's like, this is going to be like the first time we meet him. But we already met him before, so. Oh, we get a CG right off the bat. I mean, okay, work for it. Yeah, no, I approve of this. Because, like, I mean, first of all, you're a man in a suit. So hot. And, like, it's a sexy suit at that. Like, so yeah, okay. Not only is he the president, he's also the company's young and charismatic founder. I apologize for asking you to meet with me so early. No, it's no problem at all. He's like, are you sure? And you're like, I mean, it sucks. Smiles awkwardly. So what did you want to talk to me about? Yes, well, before that, there's something I'd like to ask you. Clicking didn't work, sorry. I've heard through the grapevine that you're highly motivated in regards to earning a promotion. Uh-oh. I jumped a bit at the questioning tone of his voice. I'd mentioned my plans a few times, but I never imagined it'd reach the president himself. And don't get me wrong, it's not a bad thing. It's always good to have the desire to improve. Sometimes the clicking doesn't work. It just seems a bit odd for someone who's only been here a year to be voicing such desires. Any particular reason for this? Huh? Well, it's just because the last thing I want to tell him is the truth. There's no way he'd believe me anyway. After considering it for a moment, I decided to give a more generic answer. I just thought that if I could get promoted, I'd be able to help even more people get married. And that's the reason. To help people. That's right. The steady drop in marriage rates has bothered me for a long time now. I've just always been worried about how fewer and fewer people are getting married. That's my genuine feeling. Like, okay, girl, like, look, I get you, Cupid, but, like, if I don't want to get married, don't be forcing your fucking, like, old historical values on me. What the fuck? I can't even with words today, but you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, maybe I want to be modern, and we want to be, like, a modern couple and, like, never get married. Like, whatever. You're pushing your 1950s views on me. Just kidding. But I mean, it's kind of funny. I mean, she's Cupid. Like, you should be more concerned about people falling in love. But, like, whatever. This is your job. When I first heard there was a company in Lost York trying to help people with that, I immediately wanted to become part of that. And after being here a year, that feeling hasn't changed. If getting promoted means I can help match even more people together, that's what I want to do. Also, you could just be like, well, I have goals for myself. And I mean, I'm not expecting to get promoted today, but if I start working now to earn a promotion, eventually I'll achieve it, you know? There's no time like the present to work on the future. Wow, I'm really good at bullshit. I've worked a long time in corporate America. I know how to bullshit. I hate doing it, but I see. And that's quite an admirable motivation. Well, consider me convinced. You became our top bridal advisor after just your first year here, after all. So you're saddened by our declining marriage rates. You're like our own personal Cupid, so to speak. She's like, chokes. It's funnier when like the screen shakes and she's gulping because like my remote does, like my controller buzzes, so it's like it's the perfect response. Gulp. What's with that smile? Did I say something strange? No, not at all. Anyway, was there anything else? Oh, apologies. That was just a minor digression. Yes, let's get down to business. Sometimes it doesn't click when I click. It's weird. Actually, I was thinking of giving you a promotion. Oh, really? Interesting. Wait, what? A promotion? And that's right, but only on one condition. Here, take a look at these. He just does not want to click when I click. I don't know what's going on here. President room. I like the fact that he legit, okay, has a sign above his desk that says President Room. I mean, seriously, that's not just the game put that up there so you know where you are. There is actually, if you look at the top of next to the Cupid Parasite profile card thing where you can see President Room, there's actually like a bar and it is suspended to that other bar on the ceiling. That is a legit sign he's got hanging over his desk. I don't, I have feelings about this, and I don't know what they are. I kind of aspire to that level of like, just I don't even know what it is. I don't even know how to describe it, but I just want to have like a fucking sign, like a kitchen, dining room. I don't know. I just over my desk, like Spacey's room. Like I don't know. That's fucking funny. Okay. Anyway, that was a choice. Gil, so and so. You can't see everybody, but I like how their profile cards are actually color coded for them. Shelby's at the back. You can tell because it's blue. Mr. Snail handed me 5 pieces of paper. They were standard profile sheets our company uses for the matchmaking process. What does it say? Family, some alcohol, sometimes smoke, no cooks. I'm a pretty good cook, yes. I was almost married once, but marriage history, no. I was almost married once, but ... Food likes crab cakes, whatever my lover dislikes. On your days off housework, waiting for the person I love to contact me. Oh my god, Gil is right there. Problematic. Right there. I just sit there and wait for you to contact me. I'd rather dedicate all my free time to my lover. That's your skills and how. Oh my god. Oh. See, he's the shady one because he's going to be a clingy fucking bastard. Oh my god. Anyway. And get these 5 people married. And do that, and the promotion is yours. The only thing I don't like about this premise, right, is okay, we have this thing, and the premise is great, but what I don't like in Otome games, and it's a preference, everybody's different, is like, okay, so we're going down your route, Shelby. You're our first one. We're gonna marry you. But then like the other guys, okay, we're gonna marry them off to other people. No. Excuse me, no. Unless I hate the character and I'm like, no, please go get married to someone else and leave me alone. They're my potentials to go to the man harem. They do not get to fall in love with somebody else. Like, if we go down Shelby's route and it's like, nah, you don't have to come to the man harem. You want to go get married? Fine. But, like, until that, no. Everybody in this game belongs to me. They belong to Spacey, property of Spacey. You don't just get to marry someone else. So it's kind of like you're going to end up with one of the 5. So the other 4, do they get with other people? Because that's really, I don't like that. You know what I mean? Anyway. So, I mean, that might not happen, but it's just like, that's kind of like almost the idea they're putting here. And you're like, I don't know if I like that. Anyway. You are the Cupid of Cupid Corps, you're not? Our top bridal advisor. I trust this is within your ability. Promotion. Cupid. Those words brought back a lot of strong memories. That's my secret for why I've been working as a so-called Cupid, bringing people together in marriage. It's funny, there's something about her that definitely gives me Cafe Enchanté vibes, but like, I don't see it with Shelby, but I see her expressions and I'm like, yes. Like, because I really, truly am Cupid. Ding! What? We already knew that because I read the synopsis. So. Spoiler, I guess? I've ruined everything for you already. The whole game. Hashtag Cupid Happenstance. That's the next chapter. Okay. Yeah, so there were no choices in the first couple, I don't think. Anyway. 8 years ago, before I assumed the name Spacey Mirror and became a bridal advisor. Oh, cute. Oh, look at her little goddess hair. It's so adorable. I love it. What? Why the heck did you break up? I was gazing into the Celestian spring, looking down into the world of man. A couple that I'd brought together just the day before had already broken up. But those two were completely compatible. I heaved a sigh and peered back into the spring. The spring allows me to observe the human realm. I take aim with my bow and arrow, which lets me see how well 2 people might fit together. When I describe myself as Cupid, it's not an alias. I truly am the goddess Cupid. My name appears again and again in stories and legends within the human realm as a god that presides over love. And yet, whenever I connect 2 people these days, it seems like they just break up right away. That's the 3rd couple this month. I drew back my bow once more and aimed down into the human realm, where I could see a shining, shimmering rainbow of colors. Some people glowed light pink, others a vibrant orange. These colors were revealed to me when I aimed my Cupid's bow and told me the potential compatibility between people. I wonder if that's like why each one of them has a certain color. Because, like, you know, love interests are usually always color-coded. They usually, like, sometimes they, but, like, There's a lot of times where they do, and it's like, he's got like an orange color palette. This one's this kind of color. And you can kind of see it. Some games it's just normal. You're normal people. There's no color palette. And other ones are very heavily a palette, even if it wasn't like this supposed to be. But I feel like this one it's supposed to be like, oh, Gil is an orange color. That's his love aura. You know what I mean? And I guess because we're a goddess, we can match up with anybody. Cool for us. Gazing at the colors, I would lose my arrows into my 2 chosen targets to make them fall in love. That was my divine duty, and I did it for ages. Ugh, why's it gotta be so hard? Someone's coming up to us, okay. I don't know who's talking. Cupid, why are you out here sighing to yourself? I don't know who's talking to us, though. Huh? When I turned around, Lord Jupiter was standing there before me. Hi! Okay, now this absolutely gives me Cafe Enchanté vibes, because you look like you came with, what's his face? Yeah, so, okay. But hi! Can we have, like, a Cupid Parasite 2 where we date the gods? Because, hello. What's going on with the eye patchy thing? I don't know what's going on, but I like it. No reason! I don't know his voice, but it's okay. Oh, now he's got a white text. Anyway, is that so? He's gonna have a normally voice, because I don't really know right now. Without another word, he just turned around and walked away. Come back. I want to look at you more. Jeez, that scared me. Lord Jupiter, the omnipotent god of all gods. He stands atop the... What's the... like, is it the D or the die consentes? Look. Whatever. Look, don't give me, like, Latin or Italian or French or any kind of I can't do it, okay? English, and I can sometimes read Japanese words, okay? I can manage. I can stumble through, but I can't do the rest of it, because I don't know. That's too confusing. Anyway, the 12 Olympian gods that presided over all the others. In other words, he's the most important god there is. Really? The lower gods rarely ever get a chance to even speak to any of the... whatever. I'm a lower god myself, but I'm lucky enough to have a connection with 3 of those 12 gods. But I still had never spoken with Jupiter before. Is Jupiter the other name? Was Jupiter the... before Zeus? Why do I feel like that's what I've read somewhere? I don't know. Or like another name for Zeus? Like... Wasn't... because that's all Greek mythology. Like, sometimes mythology gets very confusing. Anyway. He's definitely intimidating, that's for sure. He never says much and rarely shows his emotions. He's just got a scary vibe, like, he might hit you with a lightning bolt if you look at him funny. That's a Zeus thing to do, so maybe Zeus and Jupiter are, like, the same, or in different mythology things, or something like that. Anyway, I guess I should get back to work. Or they're different mythologies and I'm mixing shit, because I don't remember, okay? I'm not good at that. I don't remember anymore. I grabbed my bow and arrow and peeked into the spring one more time. I was hoping to find a couple that might last a bit longer this time. Cupid! Ah, thank goodness I found you! Just as I was getting ready to draw back my bow, a divine soldier called out to me. Divine soldiers are the military personnel who protect Celestia. The whatevers love making totally unreasonable demands of them. Lord Mars is looking for you! My dad? You were supposed to meet with him, weren't you? He's furious that you've been keeping him waiting. Okay, that didn't click. Oh, right! So Mars is our dad. Cool. I hurried off to find Dad, and when I did, he was just as angry as I expected. Like, Dad is buff as fuck. I love him. He actually, I'm sorry, but he looks more like, I feel like he could be Poseidon, like, right? You're just like, that's a trident right there. I'm gonna put some mermaid fins on you. I don't know. Anyway. We gotta be dad voice. Okay. Cupid, seems you still do not understand your role as a god. Gotta be kind of different than Jomi, but he's gotta be old voice. I love his curly hair. He moved slowly across the room toward me, glaring at me all the way. Lord Mars, my father, is the god of war. Apparently he's also known to some as Ares, which is actually just funny because he's the god of war and you're the goddess of love. Fun. I only heard about that secondhand, though. since he was a god long before I ever came into being. There's so many stories about him that even I, his own daughter, can't keep track of them all. Although, to be honest, I'm not actually his daughter. For as long as I can remember, Dad has looked after me. I guess you could think of him as my foster dad. Ah. Cupid, are you listening to me? Of course. You know I hear and remember every single word you say to me. Why must you always be so... This is why people aren't getting married as much anymore. You need to take your job more seriously. Her face right now is like, oh. You just got bitch slapped by his words, but she's just like, it hasn't registered yet. And now it's like, why am I the one getting yelled at? Lady Juno is the goddess in charge of marriage. My job is just to make people fall in love. It's not up to me whether they get married or not. I puffed up my cheeks in silent protest, but then I saw Dad narrow his eyes. Uh-oh, that's not good. I know my dad well enough to recognize that look. He was getting ready to hit me with another punishing lecture. I knew I'd messed up, but it was already too late. His booming voice echoed out, shaking the very ground beneath my feet. You foolish child! How can anyone ever get married if you don't make them fall in love in the first place? It helps if the clicky thing would actually work. It's just not working. I don't know what's going on. Juno was one of the 12 Olympians. She has no time to deal with every last tiny detail. And yet here you are trying to blame others for your failures. You're Cupid. Can't you see what your duties entail? My neighbors must be having a blast with me right now, but it's your job to show those feckless humans how wonderful falling in love really is. Thank God you're not Cupid, because, you terrify people. But your slacking off has flung the world into chaos, which means they're not getting married, which means they're not having kids. People don't have to get married to have kids. Mars. Newsflash. Oh, it didn't click. That's a pretty big leap of logic. It's not Cupid's job to fix marriage rates, let alone get more people to have kids. Besides, each golden arrow only lasts for 30 days. I can't make them stay in love forever. So demanding perfection from Cupid is honestly pretty unreasonable. But if I were to say that now, he'd just go on lecturing me for twice as long. I've been working really hard to do my job right and help people fall in love. Just now I was observing the human realm, looking for couples that might really last. I haven't been slacking off. It's just that more and more people are deciding to separate, even after getting married. So why the heck is he blaming this all on me? I couldn't stop myself from letting out a frustrated sigh, so of course he started yelling at me even louder for that. In the end, his lecture lasted 2 full hours. And that's the thing, it's like, I'm doing my job, but people aren't staying in love, so what am I doing wrong? I'm so tired. After I was finally able to escape, I decided to go for a walk. I wasn't feeling great. He told me to stop complaining and get back to connecting people together, but I just wasn't in the mood. Okay, I need you to get in the mood, girl, because, some of us are lonely. But I didn't feel like going back to my room either, so I just started wandering around aimlessly. At times like this, Celestia can be kind of annoying. There really isn't much else to do besides walk around. Eventually, I saw my aunt coming toward me. She's one of the 3 whatevers I regularly see. Lady Minerva, goddess of war and the arts. I call her my aunt, but just like with Dad, we're not actually related by blood. Oh my god, I love her. Also, why are you wearing a bikini and fucking gloves? Girl. A cowboy hat, tits out bikini, and fucking lace gloves. This is an outfit. This is a choice, and I love it. It's insane. Hey there, QB. Oh, what's with the long face? A beautiful girl like you shouldn't walk around looking so sad. She's wearing that weird hat again. What's it called? A cow's boy hat or something? Aunt Minerva had always been obsessed with hats from the human realm, and loved teaching me the different hat names. I love her for that. Oh wait, let me guess. Mars chewed you out again. I'm right, aren't I? Yeah, he's mad at me because humans aren't getting married as much anymore. Oh, but isn't marriage Juno's domain? Yeah, I thought I was taking care of the matchmaking side of things pretty well, but I thought of Dad's lecture again and couldn't stop myself from frowning even harder. Having a military father must be pretty tough, huh? Did he start crowing about how hard he had it during the Trojan War? I could only nod silently. She was right, naturally. Dad just loved bringing up those old war stories of his. I'm one of the younger gods, but Dad has been around for thousands of years now. In other words, he's kind of an old fogey. But since he has so much knowledge and experience, he can basically talk forever. Aunt Minerva could see how sick and tired of everything I was and let out a friendly giggle. Listen, why don't you come back to my room? We can sit and chat for a bit. You don't mind, Lady Minerva? For some reason, she gets really annoyed if I don't refer to her as Lady Minerva. But why would she invite me to her room all of a sudden? I've never stepped foot in there before. Actually, I don't believe I've ever been in any of the other gods' rooms. I always just go back and forth from my room to the spring without ever really interacting with the other gods. Even us gods need to have a heart-to-heart once in a while. It can be a nice change of pace. Besides, you've been working too hard, Cupid. If all you ever think about is work, you can't help others in the ways of love. Wouldn't you agree? She's got a point. All I do all day is shoot my arrows or sit in my room. I don't really know what love is. I don't even know how to have fun. It seems pretty strange trying to connect people together when I don't know anything about anything besides my bow and arrow. And there's something I'd like to show you. A precious secret of mine that I think might cheer you up. Dad told me not to spend too much time with Aunt Minerva, but Dad also said I need to take my job seriously. And if Aunt Minerva thinks I need something more to do my job... And anyway, it's Dad's fault I'm so worn out. Why should I just do what he says? I looked around to make sure nobody else was watching, then gave my aunt a tiny nod. Can I open my eyes now? Not just yet. Now? Okay, open your eyes. I love the hats lining the banister in the background and all of her human shit. She's clearly watching a movie. She's got a giant fucking TV and shit going on. Welcome to Lady Minerva's secret room. Whoa! I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The room was overflowing with objects from the human realm. She's got a fucking computer and everything. She's like, this is why I have so much fun. Her hat collection was the first thing I noticed, but what interested me most were the complex machines I'd never seen. This is incredible. So many strange machines I've only glimpsed through the spring. How do you even use these things? Well, surprised? Yes, Lady Minerva, very. Where did you get all these things? I went down to the human realm and smuggled them back, of course. I love her. Oh, but don't tell anyone. Jupiter gets so touchy when it comes to getting involved with humans. But don't you need his permission to go down to the human realm in the first place? And this is just between you and me, okay? I actually created a special gate just for me that lets me go down there whenever I want. What? I didn't even know something like that was possible. Did you forget I'm the goddess of the arts? Nothing is impossible for me. Keep it a secret. He'll tear me a new one if he finds out. Okay, I understand. And this room really is secret. And there's no way for anyone else to find it. In fact, you're my very first guest. But why did you decide to show me this? Because I thought it might cheer you up. Actually, more than that. I thought you may be able to relate to my passion. I'm sure you know that a lot of the other gods think I am kind of weird. And nobody understands why I like the things I do. See, I guess I identify with you, Minerva, because people think I'm weird. And that's okay. I like your weirdness. Let's have hat talks. Let's swap hats. I know what she means. Dad has told me more than once how strange she is, and to stay away from her. But human culture's just so interesting. We live for all eternity, never changing. But humans are changing all the time. And if humans can constantly evolve, don't you think we should be able to do the same thing? I guess I see your point. It used to be that nobody ever talked about low birth rates or getting married later in life. Humans used to have to struggle just to survive, so they all did basically the same things to preserve their precious lives. In which case, maybe the rules of matchmaking aren't the same as they used to be. Maybe compatibility alone isn't enough. Anyway, Cupid, let's watch a DVD. You know what's weird? That's what it is. Okay. So, for some reason, when Cupid talks or we talk, I can hit the A button and it just goes to the next line. Every time, like Minerva, you can see the feather. That means I can skip. I have to click. Maybe it's because she's not done, like the voice acting's not done, so it's me stopping. Because it's like everybody else, because she doesn't have a voice. That must be what it is. A DVD? Yeah, a DVD. It's a fairly simple human invention that lets you watch movies at home. Yeah, see? Now I click it. Okay, that's what it is. I was like, why is it not clicking? It is clicking. It's just because the voice, because like I just noticed, I'm like, every time we're me, I can just click and it's going. But every time it's Minerva talking, I have to click it like twice to get it to go. And I click it once and then the feather's there. Okay, so I figured it out. Somebody probably knew before I did, but whatever. DVD movies. I can't say I'd ever really heard those words spoken in Celestia before. Here, check it out. It's a brand new movie that's supposed to portray a most wonderful kind of love between fellow humans. It might give you some hints on things you can do as Cupid. What do you think? Never mind. Let's just give it a watch. You probably don't even know what a movie is, huh? It's okay. There's nothing to be scared of. Come on, just sit right here. It's time for Lady Minerva's Afternoon Theater. Fucking love Lady Minerva's Afternoon Theater. I don't know. And that's how my relationship with Aunt Minerva started. Everything in her room that was from the world of man was unfamiliar to me. I was interested in all of it. Books, comics, DVDs, all created by humans and not the gods. From the moment I laid eyes on them, I was enthralled. I started visiting her more and more from that day forward. Humans are so amazing. Dad says it's our job to guide the humans, but there are so many things they can do that we can't. But if that's really true, then what are us gods good for? Clearly nothing! God, your arrow just keeps missing me, bitch. Anyway, her outfit is fucking amazing. I love it so much. It's ridiculous. What a fantastic movie. It was directed by Damien Denham, you know. I knew I could expect great things from him. It was just another day of me watching movies with Aunt Minerva in her room. That cushion had become my go-to comfort spot. Did you like that one, Cupid? Yeah, it was great. But what's this social media thing they keep talking about? First time I'd heard it, movie was a romantic comedy where lovers had all kinds of misunderstandings thanks to social media. Right? I had no idea what that meant, so unfortunately I only understood parts of the movie. Ah, Cupid, you don't know what social media is? Oh well, you don't have a cell phone, so I guess I'm not surprised. Jupiter and Mars are both totally opposed to anything electronic. Hold on just a second. She's not wearing a hat. Aunt Minerva started digging through piles of stuff and finally pulled out something that looked a little like a small stone tablet. I love that she's just like going through piles of fucking shit because she's just a hoarder. Minerva is my spirit animal in this game. I just can't. With the hats and the shit and then just look at all this shit that I have. Yes. She's my spirit animal. Ta-da! This is a cell phone. Now I can teach you all about the mysterious social media. She started pressing buttons on the tablet and sliding her finger across the screen to show me lots of different images. There were all kinds of text, too. Oh, this is just like what we saw in the movie! And what's really amazing is that you can use this to connect with people from all over the world. Here, look at this. The person that wrote this, they're from Africa. See the location info here? You can... Hold on! Lady Minerva, what do you mean you can connect with people all over the world? She could tell I still didn't really understand, so she explained it in more detail. We're just going to finish this part up on them, so this might be a little long. This tablet is called a cell phone, right? It uses the thing called the internet to let people from all over communicate together. Apparently, Aunt Minerva was able to use her divine powers to connect to this internet, even within Celestia. So social media is a tool that lets people communicate with strangers all around the world. Something like that actually exists? And on top of that, humans invented it? I know, it sounds baffling, right? Bingo! And look, if there's something specific you want to know about, you can enter in the keywords and see who else is talking about it. For example, if we search for #Damian Denham, there we go. See? Look how many people are talking about him. Huh? There's so many... People really took the time to write all this? That's right. Someone, somewhere out there in the big wide world, wrote every word. You can share your thoughts and opinions with people you've never met before. And that's what's so great about social media. And you can also go out there and, like, rampage about shit that nobody gives a crap because, like, nobody in your real life wants to hear you bitch about. Also, are the gems just, like, embedded on her chest, or they just, like, float there? Like, does she just have a gravitational pull around those breasts? Because I'm just saying, I dig it. But I just noticed that, like, she doesn't have a necklace on. That is just gems. She has boob gems. I never would have imagined something like this could really exist. We need to set up Minerva with frickin' Jigen from Olympia Soiree, because he's got a ball shawl, and she's got gem boobs, and, like, I just feel like the gravitational pulls would... Anyway. So no matter where you are in the human realm, or even Celestia, everyone can communicate with each other. Go on, Cupid. Try searching for something. There must be some special keyword you're interested in, right? Well, I thought about it for a second, then punched in #Cupid. We never would have gotten married if it weren't for Cupid. #Cupid. #CC. Cupid's the best. You've definitely made me a believer. We're gonna live happily ever after. The staff at Cupid was so friendly and helpful, I felt like I could tell them anything. Thanks to them, I met someone truly wonderful. Thank you so much, Cupid. Whoa, look how many. It turned out there were more people talking about Cupid than I ever would have guessed. I just got married and it's all thanks to Cupid. Cupid's the best. There was a nonstop flow of comments in front of me. Wow, this is really flattering. I have been working pretty hard after all. I guess I've become a better god than I realized. I mean, #CC is Cupid Corporation, but, like, I mean, you knew that's what it was, but that's... Well, you know what's funny? Raoul is one of our love interests, and his name is up there. Like, interesting. He pinned that. Does he work for Cupid Corporation somehow? Like, Anyway. Just a second, Cupid. Yeah, everyone's talking about this website. Website? Aunt Minerva tapped the screen a few times and eventually it switched over to a picture of a wedding ceremony. From that first fateful encounter, discover everlasting love. The Cupid Corporation is here to help you find your soulmate. Love is waiting for you. #Cupid Corporation. #Cupid. That was not the tour guide Spacey voice, but it was kind of fun. Damn. And call me for all of your... You know, it would have been so much better if words would have come to me, like, all your marketing needs. What's this? The Cupid Corporation? Well, would you look at that? It looks like it's a company that helps people get married. Huh? Wait, then... Yep, it looks like humans have started copying what you've been doing up here for so long. What? I think buzzed again. And that's how I found out about the Cupid Corporation. HQH, #Cupid happenstance. That's the name I came up with for this fateful coincidence. This one single event was a huge milestone that changed my entire reason for existing. Okay, I have a question, though. We're gonna stop here. This might be a new chapter. It is. Let's go, Lost York! Anyway, so that's where we're gonna stop. But I have a question, because I thought I read somewhere that Gil was like, she knew Gil in school or something? Like, not childhood friend, but like a previous, like she met him like schoolmates. They were like roommates in school or something like that. But it's like, but if she was always here and it's not like she went to the human realm to like do some college shit and then went, unless that's where it is. Because I swear I read that. So it's like, how is Gil like childhood not childhood friend, but I think it was like maybe a college roommate or something? Like, he became my struggles. Yeah, former college roommate, and was the one who taught her everything she needs to know about being a college student in the human realm. Okay, so I wonder if he knows. But anyway, I'm gonna guess then, because this just made it seem like she's up here, and then all of a sudden she finds out about Cupid Corporation, and then she goes down and starts to work for them. But I guess she's got to go to college, learn things that she can about the human, and then she'll get the job. So this is just what spurns it. So maybe that's where we're going. So that would make sense too. It's just, you know what I mean? My brain went to, she found out about Cupid Corporation, she's gonna go work, but I mean, I guess maybe college isn't as long, like, I think like 4 years, and then Shelby's already running this company. Like, I don't know, I guess figured that maybe this makes more sense, but it was like, okay, Gil, college roommate, went to college, and then all of a sudden we then worked at Cupid Corporation. It was like new, but I guess it's already been in existence for some time before she starts to work there. Not like, oh, it's been here for a year or two. It's like, it's been here for decades. I don't know. Maybe Shelby's dad took, I don't know, we'll find out. But anyway, this has been fun. I'm enjoying this. I'll be honest. So I'm just going to compare this because it's the same artist between this and Cafe Enchanté. I know the artist just draws the pictures and somebody else does the story and it's like totally different, but I like this one better so far. I'm just saying. I still like the art in Cafe Enchanté, but that was one of those games that was like, oh yeah, we played that, okay. I don't know, it was kind of a bummer. But this one so far is very fun. I like it. It seems kind of light and fun and goofy. It's not like, and that's what I kind of like. I need something like this now. We don't need the heavy, drag me down, make me feel, and anger me. Like, don't make me angry. Don't make me feel brokenhearted. Don't give me bittersweet endings. Like, I mean, is that the happy ending? What the fuck? I don't want that. I want lighthearted, fun, goofy, like, I need the rom-com, I guess. I don't want to watch rom-com movies, but I need it in my game. Thank you very much. So, I feel like this one's hitting that right now. We'll see what happens, but the music is definitely like, dee, 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 dee. I kind of do wish I had gotten a limited edition now, I guess, but I hate when they have them out when you first get a game, because you're like, I mean, the art looks fine, but like, you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna like the game, and then you've got all this stuff that, like, you know what I mean? I just, you know, so I didn't. I hemmed and hawed, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do the digital copy because, like, whatever. Even though the digital copy is $50 and the limited edition was like $95, so it's like really not that much of a difference. But I'm trying as much as I can to cut where I can because I gotta fucking move, so I gotta worry about that shit, and I gotta worry about finding a place and like all that stuff. So like, I'm just like, we need to try to learn how to budget a little bit better so that we can like pay down some things, do things, and then like, because house, I'm gonna try to rent a house or a townhouse or something instead of an apartment because it's gonna be the same price, but it's still gonna be a couple $100 extra a month that I'm not used to spending because everything is expensive as fuck here now. So anyway, that's a side point, but I was like, I'm just not gonna, even though it was $40, $44 more, so like, but that's almost a second game, so you know. Plus, I just, you never know. But, like, Bustafellows, I wish I had gotten it because I loved the soundtrack, but whatever. Whatever, you know. But this one actually sounds fun in the background. I don't know if this one came with the soundtrack. I thought it might have come with drama CDs. I don't know if it came with the soundtrack, but anyway, not the point. I'll see you guys next time. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. And we'll keep going. So, yeah, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.
Bye.